In a shocking turn of events, tensions flared backstage at UFC 314 as Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev found themselves in a heated confrontation. This altercation, reported initially by the Russian MMA channel ALTERCATION, unfolded quickly as the two light heavyweights locked eyes, leading to a verbal exchange that nearly escalated into a physical fight before their teams intervened. The precise details of the exchange remain murky, especially given that neither fighter is fluent in English. However, Ankalaev's main sparring partner confirmed that the incident was intense enough to warrant caution from both parties. Ankalaev later addressed the situation in a brief interview, acknowledging the encounter but downplaying its severity. He stated, "Yes, it was here in the hallway. We exchanged words and whatever." This nod to the confrontation only heightens the anticipation for a potential rematch in the octagon. With both fighters expressing interest in a rematch, the stakes have never been higher. UFC President Dana White has hinted at the likelihood of this matchup, suggesting that the unfinished business between Pereira and Ankalaev could lead to an electrifying showdown. Ankalaev aims to solidify his status and prove that his previous victory was no fluke, while Pereira is eager to reclaim his position at the top of the light heavyweight division. Meanwhile, the featherweight division is buzzing with activity as Evloev publicly declares his desire for a title shot against Alexander Volkanovski. Evloev, undefeated and with a solid resume, believes he deserves the opportunity after defeating notable opponents like Diego Lopez and Arnold Allen. His consistent performance contrasts sharply with the recent title challengers who have faltered against Volkanovski. Evloev expressed his frustration over the UFC's delay in granting him a title shot, attributing it to his lack of flashy finishes. The only reason the UFC might keep delaying his title shot is because he doesn't rack up flashy finishes, he noted. Despite this, his skill set as a relentless wrestler and tactician cannot be overlooked. The potential clash between Evloev and Volkanovski promises to be a fascinating stylistic matchup. Evloev's chain wrestling and dominant control will face off against Volkanovski's elite striking and grappling prowess. The anticipation surrounding this fight is palpable, and fans are eager to see how these two well-rounded fighters would match up. Big John McCarthy and Josh Thompson both weighed in on the situation, agreeing that Evloev has more than earned his shot. They criticized the idea of Gene Silva, a fighter who recently made waves with a victory over Bryce Mitchell, skipping the line to face Volkanovski. One ranked win doesn't launch you into a title shot, especially not in a division as stacked as featherweight, Thompson stated. As Evloev waits for his opportunity, the featherweight division remains highly competitive. Contenders like Yuri Rodriguez have already had their chances against Volkanovski and failed to secure the title. Fans are not particularly interested in seeing those matchups repeated, especially given the compelling narrative of Evloev's rise through the ranks. Evloev's determination to fight for the title is clear. "I'm ready even for next week," he proclaimed, emphasizing his respect for Volkanovski while also expressing his eagerness to step into the cage. The question remains, will the UFC finally grant Evloev the title shot he deserves? As UFC 314 concluded, the reactions to both the backstage altercation and the potential matchups have flooded social media. Fans and analysts alike are buzzing about the implications of Pereira's and Ankalaev's encounter. The possibility of a rematch adds an exciting layer to the light heavyweight division, where both fighters have proven themselves to be formidable competitors. Pereira's willingness to face challenges head-on is commendable, and his recent altercation with Ankalaev only serves to fuel the fire for their next encounter. Both fighters have a point to prove, and the stage is set for a thrilling showdown that could redefine the landscape of the light heavyweight division. With Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev's backstage confrontation and Evloev's call for a title shot, the UFC landscape is more dynamic than ever. Fans are left eagerly anticipating what's next for these fighters, as tensions rise and the stakes become increasingly high. The upcoming matchups promise to deliver excitement and drama, keeping the MMA community engaged and buzzing with anticipation. Stay tuned for more updates as these stories